If you're jumping into Gundam TCG for the first time, GD02 or Dual Impact releases this Friday, and you're wondering how this 4-pack sealed format actually works, this is the guide for you. We're going to break down exactly how to build a strong 30-card deck, what the new color and the keyword mean for sealed play, and also how to spot the cards that are auto-includes. These are the ones that are actually going to win games all by themselves. By the end, you'll walk into your launch event with a clear plan and a better deck than most of the people in the room. So let's start with the format itself. GD02 Dual Impact events are using one of two sealed options. The first one is booster only sealed, where you'll get to open 4 packs and then you'll build a 30-card deck. The good news about this, just like GD01, there are no color restrictions and there are no copy limits. So if you pull 6 awesome pilots, well, guess what? You get to put all 6 of the same awesome pilots in your deck, which is pretty sweet. The second is starter deck plus boosters. This is where you will open 1 starter deck and then open 4 packs, and then you build a 50-card deck. Now, if your LGS is supporting this one, this is cool. It's an easy way to get a starter deck, but I know there's going to be supply issues when it comes to those starter decks, so try to get into any event you can. Now let's talk about the deck construction for the 4-pack format. This format's probably going to be the most widely representative for the release event, so let's talk about that a little bit further. Because your pool is small, your bases and pilots are going to be limited. So here's your first golden rule. Probably you need to auto-include every base and every pilot you pull. Even if they're not flashy, you always will need that extra bases to protect your shields and those extra pilots to have on your units, because those will actually change the tide of the battle. Then you also want to add 3 to 5 command cards, but only if they serve a purpose, removal. Now, if you don't happen to get too many removal cards, it's okay, and you need to fill out a deck, some of these command cards will come in handy. After that, you're going to fill the rest of your deck with units, ideally somewhere around 17 to 19 of them, with a clean curve from early drops to finishers. Remember, your curve is from your level and your cost and slowly scales up. So you're going to have a lot more level 2, level 3, level 4 cost units more than anything. That's your basic skeleton. You're talking about maybe 3 bases, hopefully 5 pilots, 3-ish command cards, and then the rest efficient units. If you could get more than 3 bases, maybe go up to 4, that actually would be pretty good. When it comes to TCGs in general, and when we're talking about sealed, removal is king because it's just so limited. So if you see words like deal damage, destroy, or choose one enemy unit, you probably want to take a double look at it and maybe you want it in your deck. Here are a few standout examples from GD02 that I would probably put in my sealed deck if I pulled them. First up, we have all range attack. For just 2, it deals 1 damage to every enemy unit except for links. It's a mini board wipe that completely swing a game. Again, in sealed, you're not going to have many linked pilots. Next up, we have decisive last resort. It's a forecast purple command that exiles 6 units from your trash to destroy an enemy unit. It's a late game nuke, but it can swing the tide of a game. Another card I will look at is Sisterly Care. It's a 2-cost purple command that destroys an enemy unit with 2 or less attack power if you got a Tywall's Link in play. Now, this is a little bit more conditional, but these are the kind of cards you want to be looking at. Every one of these is worth including on site. Now, if you don't have the condition that can fulfill it, probably won't be as useful to include it. But those are just a quick example of a few cards that I thought were pretty good. And a quick note, if this kind of breakdown helps you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have full GD02 deck text meta coverage coming every single week. Let's move on to the most important sealed skills, knowing when a unit is above rate. So here's the golden rule. To find out if a unit is on rate, you're going to take its level plus its cost plus 1. That's the total number you should expect if the unit is balanced. We're talking about in terms of stats. If it's power plus HP equal that number, it's on rate. If it's higher, it's above rate. And that's what you want to auto include. Let's take a look at an example from GD02. Let's look at Taurus. This is GD02 card number 18. It's a level 2, cost 2, with 3 power and 3 HP. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. is the on rate benchmark, meaning if we had 5 stat points, we're on rate. Taurus actually has 6, so 3 plus 3 is 6. That means it's above rate at this point by a full point. Even though Taurus can attack the enemy player directly, a 2-cost 3/3 is a premium body that outtrades almost everything at that same cost. And in Sealed, this is the kind of efficiency that is gold. This is actually going to help you win your matches. So here's the bottom line. Equal to curve is solid, plus 1 stat point above is premium, plus 2 stats or 1 stat and an awesome keyword, that's bomb. That's on auto include in your deck. Whenever you're laying out your pool, do the math. If a card breaks the rate curve, it probably deserves a slot into your deck. And remember, these cards are going to be limited, so if you can get 1 or 2, can make a difference in your game, especially some of those in-game bombs. For those of you that are new, GD02 is actually introducing 2 new additions. First of all, we're going to have a new color, purple. So we already experienced the color purple with starter deck number 5. We're going to have another starter deck that will be coming out, which is starter deck 6, plus all of the dual impact booster boxes will contain purple cards. Typically, the purple cards playstyle is aggressive and a high impact playstyle. The cards are often used as maybe some self-damage or trash a resource, rewarding bold and fast games over slow setups. Personally, I've seen purple pairs pretty well with blue and sometimes green, depending on your playstyle. Blue, if you obviously want a little bit more control. And then, as I mentioned before, the new aspect of GD02 is we have a new keyword, Suppression. Again, if you played in the Starter Deck 5 release event, you already got to experience the Suppression. So now we're going to have Suppression in GD02 boosters. There'll be some cards that have that keyword. And also Starter Set 6. Suppression is actually quite simple, but it's scary. When a unit with Suppression attacks, it deals 2 shield damage instead of 1. Fortunately, if they have a base, it doesn't mean you can kill the base and steal the shield. That's not how it works. So what does this mean? That means one unblocked attack can shred a player's entire shield zone in just a couple of swings. So it's extremely powerful, and for this release event, I would auto include almost any unit that has Suppression. They close out games quickly and force your opponent to play on the defensive. And remember, the other established keywords are still very strong. So let's talk about them real quickly. Remember, First Strike helps you win trade. It does the damage before you take damage. So this allows you to efficiently trade against your enemy units. Breach chips away shields while removing units. You're doing a 2-for-1, which I personally like. High Maneuver ignores your opponent's blockers. Repair stabilizes your matchups by healing up your units, allowing you to trade and keep going. Keywords win sealed games. Learn what they do and build around the ones you open. All right, so let's go ahead and tie this all together. Here's your quick GD02 sealed checklist. Include every base and pilot you open. Again, these are going to be the most limited, so you want to have them almost all. Remember, there's also shared command and pilots, so I would include those as well as your pilots. You want to add 3 to 5 command cards. Mostly if you can focus on removal, that would be ideal, but again, in a sealed format, it's just really random. You want to auto-include above rate units like Taurus. Again, just do the simple math and you can figure it out. You also want to prioritize cards with Suppression, First Strike, or Breach. I would probably, like I said earlier, auto-include almost every single of those cards with those keywords. Keep your curve smooth. 1s and 2s for early games, 3s and 4s for the mid games, and then a few heavy finishers. Especially if you have a pilot with one of those in-game units, you're going to win the game like that. If you follow that pattern, your 30-card deck will have consistency, it's going to have power, and it's also going to have the ability to close out games before your opponent can stabilize. So that's everything you need to know how to crush the GD02 sealed format. If you're heading to the release event between October 24th and October 31st, go ahead and drop a comment and tell me what your best pull was. Or also, what was the craziest combo you pulled off in sealed? I would love to see who pulls those LR++s or that common ++. I personally haven't pulled any LR++, so it'll be pretty cool to get one. And if you found this guide helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss next week's GD02 deck techs and meta breakdowns. Thanks for watching. Build bold, play sharp, and I'll see you in the battle. Peace.